Hello, I hope everything's working fine because I did not run any tests before this stream. Oh boy. So hello, Pancake. Yes, you were first according to my view. Hello, Sparky. Hello, Corey. I have a 1 HP Berserker because I literally just caught this from a raid last night and I didn't bother to heal it. I was trying to get one with its hidden ability, but, yeah, good luck, with school. My school's done. I actually had my best semester in actual school years. Like, in actual years, I've had my best semester. So... woo. I want to go for that raid down there. So yeah, what is going on with you guys? Today's Community Raid Day's theme is Feline Pokemon. Which I find funny that the next community raid I get to is Feline Pokemon, as I'm horribly allergic to cats, but that doesn't really apply to games, now does it? Though I've actually have springtime allergies, that are supposed to run, they usually run through the end of May, like, it's scary how important. You got physics? Man, I remember high school physics. I'm just glad they never made us count, air resistance in anything. What's 1 plus 1? Oh shit. It's 10. Definitely 10. I do need to connect. Oh wait, no, I need to connect online if I want to invite anyone. Let's see. Connect to the internet. Let me grab my... or let me check to make sure the stream is fine. Huh, funny, usually my stream appears in my recommended. Well, the thing is, when I say 10, I'm not completely wrong. I'm just counting in a different, format, that's all. Does my voice sound deeper than usual? Ooh, G-Max Corviknight. Oh. We'll try. 1111. Damn it. Okay. No? Okay. Well, I'll just invite others to... You are welcome to join... Oh, did I curse? Oh, wait, did I say shit? Shit. My mic is a bit further away from me than usual. You don't have to join if you don't want to. If you want to join, you can. I love how it's still a super big deal whenever I curse, even though I've cursed several times. I don't curse often. Because I really hate it when people, like, curse a bunch. Oh shit, here we go again. Like, I see people who, like, curse all the time, or, like, they'll describe... I know I've gone on this rant before, but hey, someone may be listening who's never heard this rant. Oh. Well, I guess we're gonna have a full room. I hope these people aren't expecting, like, a shiny or anything. That'd be cool if this was a shiny, though. Nope. It's just a tap dancing Mr. Mime. Oh yeah, I don't know if I've ever told the... Oh, shiny. Nice. I don't know if I've ever told the, reason behind why I call, this Incineroar Neki. Well, it's based on the Japanese word Neko, and then I just made it sound more cutesy by adding a Y to it. But... rather, this isn't the same Litten, but when right before Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, let's just say I got my hands on an early copy, but I wasn't able to keep the save file. Yeah, that's definitely how I'm gonna say that. And I decided, okay, I'll just pick a Litten, and I thought of a random name, and I thought of Neko, and then I named him Neki. And later, when I got Ultra Moon, which I also managed to get a little early, I picked Litten again, and named him after that lost Litten to time. So he lives on with mines. He lives on here. One of those guys? What's that supposed to mean? Hey, I have bought Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. I did not go online. So I have paid for the official versions. Alright. I don't judge. I might have gotten a super early. Oh boy. Oh, right, and I think the story I was going to continue is I've just seen plenty of people who describe, like, every other thing as fucking, and it's just... It gets annoying. Really annoying. So that's why I'm not really a big fan of just I try to limit how much I... Well, the way I also see it is that in linguistics we use curse words specifically to emphasize stuff, and, well, also use words to assign sort of taboo to. But it loses its impact if you use it too much. So it's something you shouldn't use often. But then again, that's just me. I overthink about everything. So, hey. Don't really care for the Mr. Mime, but I'll catch every encounter I go into today. I think there's also, everything has... You know, you guys have all these out-of-context quotes. Like, if I have a great out-of-context quote, clip it. I think YouTube has a clip feature. Or at least remember the timestamp in the video. Or I guess it's hard to remember the timestamp in a stream, huh? Oh my god. Oh yeah, there's a mystery gift. Mr. Mime might still need to pick up. It's like around for another day, and it gives you some extra apricorn balls. I'll join on this random Galvantula if it's still open. Hey? Hey! Okay, yeah, literally, like, weak to bug, weak to bug, weak to bug. I guess would be neutral to bug, since fire resist bug, right? I meant to train up some more cat Pokemon last night. I still have the Liepard that Lord of Cats asked me to name after him. And I didn't train any of the cats. I just brought my level 80 Incineroar over. You know, Galvantula is actually one of the Pokemon I've always wanted to use. I know I've talked about how I hate... About how, like, I think I've told plenty of stories of, like, how spiders just make me shiver whenever I see them, and I really don't like spiders. But Galvantula, I'm actually fine with Joltik and Galvantula. Like, they don't bother me at all. I remember I actually had a little toy stuffed spider with goofy eyes, and I would play a lot with my stuffed animals when I was younger, and it was one of the stuffed animals I'd use. Funny enough, I actually had, like, a bunch of stuffed animals, and I would pretend they were a guild like that in Pokemon Explorers, the Explorers games. It's not behind me. I can tell you that much. Oh, that's a shiny Ninetales. I was wondering, like, wait, why is there an Alolan Ninetales in here? And I realized, no, it's a shiny Ninetales. I like her style, though. I like her style. What was I saying? Yeah, with my stuffed animals, I'd pretend they were a guild, like, in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. I remember I had the spider be the chef of the guild. I had a bunch of, dog stuffed toys, particularly a few Webkins. Though I never really used them. I used one of them for the Webkins online thing, and then didn't use the rest of them. I still have them. They're in my room, buried away, stored away. I had a teddy bear named Plank. I named him after Plank from Ed, Edd and Eddy. But actually the point I was making is that I had like this goofy stuffed spider, and my sister was not terrified of it, but she hated looking at it. And I'm like, why? I hate spiders too, but this thing is so cartoonish. How could you like be afraid of it? I forgot. I think I named him Spid, but I don't remember. Alright, is this a 5-star raid? I think it is. What's Galvantula's hidden ability, actually? Let's see. Galvantula. Oh god, I went against, I forgot which Pokemon it was. Oh, it was a Klinklang last night when I was searching for a Berserker. And it used Hyper Beam twice in a row. But then the next turn, it had to recharge twice in a row. I'm like, okay, so that's how it works. Gotcha. Oh, right, I forgot. The discharge spamming Pokemon can actually be pretty annoying, huh? Oh, no, I didn't mean to go there. New Bulbapedia. I'm just gonna continue attacking and hope that everything works out. Please don't attack. Thank you. That is the best Pokemon. Yeah, that is literally the best Pokemon you could have attacked. Actually, I'm worried I'm going to take myself out with Flare Blitz. Oh, no. That's actually really bad. Oh, I'm going to need to heal. I have plenty of full restores, so it's not a big deal. Oh, I think there was also a day where I literally... Oh! Whoops. No, Neki. It's fine. The other day I also was doing a raid, and I was spamming Earthquake. I was on my Flygon. It was, I'll use an Ultra Ball. Well, I had it, Dynamax, so I was spamming Max Quake. And then after it, returned from Dynamax, I hit, just again to pick the same move without thinking, and it was Earthquake. And I ended up taking out 2 of my teammates. So that was fun. But thankfully, thankfully I took out the opponent Pokemon at the same time. It actually counted the deaths before it counted the defeat of the, raid Pokemon. So I almost cost the entire raid just by spamming Earthquake without checking. Almost. It worked out. Thankfully, I had an extra death that I could take. Ooh, Zweilous. Yeah, I'm getting that. Do I have... It's a 4-star or 5-star Zweilous, right? Yeah, no fairy moves. Okay, Neki, you're gonna be the best bet here. Oh, do we have someone else in Cat Day? If so, welcome. It's always nice to see other people. I'm the best team player. No? Okay, never mind. He just switched to a Dragapult. I don't think Dragapult's based on a cat. Like, I know there's a bunch of people who play Pokemon who probably don't even know about Community Raid Hour. I was just hoping that I'd run into people online randomly who are also in Community Raid Hour. Ooh, well, aren't you special? Also, trans rights. I have to say that whenever I see a shiny Sylveon. I mean, just look at the colors of it. Cross Chop. I could have gone with Outrage, but that would have confused. Though actually, next turn, I'll Dynamax next since I think I'm second in the thing. Wow, what an effective move. I know it's because of its shield. Cursed, it's a sword, it's a sword exclusive Pokemon. Your shield shouldn't be that good. But I can use G-Max, or not G-Max, I can use a Max Dragon move, whatever it's called, to raise our attack. Is Dragon Darts a physical move? I don't remember. Max Wormwind. Thank you, Zwilus. I appreciate it. Okay. Sure, why not? Let's go. It drops the opponent's attack. Well, Xylus, I think, is a physical attacker. I can also look that up. Let's see. Make sure I have the stream up so I can see the chat. This is why... I think it's a physical attacker. Yep, Dragon Darts. I should also look that up. I don't remember what. Alright, Dynamax Cannon. Swilus is indeed a physical attacker. I am correct. Actually, what's Dragapult? I think is a special attacker, but most of its moves are physical. It actually doesn't have a lot of. It's one or the other. I can't remember. Actually, that looks really cool with the Draconic Aura coming out of Incineroar. Yeah. No, okay, it's the other way around, where I think Dragapult has a bunch of really good special moves and not that many great physical moves, but for some reason it's mostly a physical attacker. Or it's yeah, its stats favor physical attack, but most of the moves it learns is special. Like, it gets really good special moves, like Thunderbolt. It gets Dragon Dance, so I guess through that, though. Not like it needs more speed. Okay, Dragon Darts is physical. Just looked it up. And... Alright, well, I wasn't actually guaranteed to catch that, so I was a bit... Then that Zwilus is a version exclusive, so that's nice. Oh, no, I don't want to add it to my party. Get in the box. You know, this is a normal Pokemon game. People question how you have so many balls. You can build up Pokeballs pretty... Like, even in Sun and Moon, you could build up a bunch. Araquanid. Anything else? Oh, G-Max Lapras. I'd love to get a G-Max Lapras. I wanted a shiny one, personally. I guess I'll go for the next raid. And I can pump, like, any of my random Pokemon just full of rare candies really quick, just so I have some more options. We still got half an hour. And I'll go just a little longer. It doesn't matter, because I'm healed when I go into battle anyways. So... I don't like using all my candies at once. But, oh well. 87. Sure, you can have Slash. Yeah, that's Tough Claws, so all physical moves are, What's that? User retaliates to much greater force against the opponent that last inflicted damage on it. Okay, I think that's actually pretty good. Oh, I get Payday out of this Berserker. No. Oh, sure, you can have Thrash. That gives you a strong normal move. Though, granted, you already have Slash. Berserker, I think, can learn a lot of TM. I don't know Berserker at all, so I really shouldn't pretend I know. And you can have, like, you can have 4 XL candies, Neki. And just to make sure... And... What? Why can't Incineroar learn Ice Punch? I feel like Incineroar should be able to learn Ice Punch. Magical Leaf, Dig, Rest, Thief. Well, what would I want to use a Steel type against? Psychic type, so I guess having a Dark type move would be really good. So... yeah, I guess I'll get rid of Slash. And let's see, what else is there? Sunny Day, Will-O-Wisp, Revenge. Could learn U-Turn. No, just good for some extra bug damage. I should be looking more at the TR, since I think those tend to be more like actual like good attack moves. Low kick, Thunderbolt. Berserker can learn Thunderbolt? I guess Meowth can learn it, so it has to be able to learn what Meowth can learn. Amnesia. No, granted it's a different species of Meowth, so they could have just given it a new moveset, so it doesn't have to. Baton Pass, Iron Tail. That would be good at least for... yeah, so let's get Crunch, because that's a 80 power move. Better than Thief. I could at least pick Iron Tail to have as a strong move for Dynamax. Maybe. Yeah. Taunt. Can learn Gyro Ball. It can learn Close Combat. Dark Pulse, Seed Bomb. I think Berserker's mainly a physical attacker. I actually don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a physical attack. It can learn Nasty Plot though. Gunk Shot. Not Heavy Slam, because Heavy Slam will fail on Dynamax Pokemon. I can give it Throat Chop over Crunch. Oh well, not that important. Alright, let's continue on. Press on and on and on. Xenoblade Definitive Edition comes out in 2 days. I think it comes out on the 29th. I'm probably gonna get it. I was actually thinking about getting Persona 5. But I don't think I want to sink that much. I've heard it's like a game you sink a bunch of time into, and I don't want to have a huge time investment into a brand new game, so probably not get it. Maybe someday. Someday. I heard Persona 5 Royal just came out, and I have no idea, like... well, I looked up, like, okay, if I can buy Persona 5 Royal, and I saw, oh, they have the launch limited edition. Oh, cool, it's actually, like, only $50. Yeah, that sounds fine. And then, so I was looking at that, and then I see, okay, what does the normal edition of Persona 5 cost then? And then the other edition is like $90, so I don't know how they're doing the editions for Persona 5. I don't know if that thing's gonna have Surf. I do have Cross Chop. Oh, wow. A lot of people getting into raids right now. Well, something tells me this is going to go very quickly. Very, very quickly. I feel bad for this Heliolisk. Shiny Heliolisk looks weird. Heliolisk is one of the shinies you can get from Ultra Wormholes, so I have one. I have one of almost every shiny from the Ultra Wormholes since they're so common. Well, only if you really push really far into an Ultra Wormhole, of course. Though I've been trying to get a shiny Altaria, and I got one, but I wanted to get another one and I just haven't been able to get one, and I'm upset that I haven't been able to find it. Though I haven't really tried much, so Max Knuckle. Have you gotten a shiny Altaria mystery? No, I haven't picked up Mystery Dungeon since the last stream. I need to. My goal is to finish the Mystery Dungeon stream series before a certain Let's Player finishes his series. Just because I want to set a goal for myself, and so I think I said there would be 3 more streams for Mystery Dungeon. One where I go around and recruit Rayquaza and the Reggies and the dogs, though that might be more than one stream just because that'll take so long since each dog is at the end of like a 30-floor dungeon. One stream for Wish Cave and one stream for Purity Forest. And honestly, I've been putting it off. I'm kind of afraid to go to Purity Forest in Wish Cave because I know it could be like a huge time investment that goes down the drain if I fail like 75 floors in. You could spam Guide Wands or Pure Seeds. I don't have that many Guide Wands, though. I would need to farm them. Oh, yeah, my controller's set down on the table, so if you heard the vibrating. Oh, there's the rumor out that Metroid Prime Trilogy is finally coming to Switch, which I'm not going to hold my breath over, but if that's true, I'm super excited. Oh, you cleared Witch Cave? Nice. Yeah. Well, I'm also wondering, like, do I want to take my starter into Witch Cave? Do I take Maka? Or do I take, someone else? Like, I've heard Growlithe is actually a decent Pokemon for Purity Forest, so I kind of want to take a Growlithe in, just because I like Growlithe. Because Arcanine doesn't learn a lot of, good level-up moves, so I don't know if it'd be good for Purity Forest. Parabolic Charge. Oh, wait, yeah, that can heal it. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Apparently, well, what happened was a retail site listed it as releasing next month. And that could have just been a random retail thing. It doesn't guarantee anything, but it could also be a sign that Metroid Prime Trilogy is coming to Switch. You did it with Pikachu. Oh, nice. You're done? Congrats. Oh, did I ever tell the story about the physics equation in high school? You get a great ball. Because you're just great. So, what happened was, I had, a friend and I were in a physics class in high school, our junior year. And it was just basic high school physics, nothing complicated. No calculus involved, thank God. But, we were working on some stuff. It was pretty early on in the year, and I figured out that there was a pretty easy shortcut you can make for some questions. So I actually wrote my own little formula shortcut, and my friend was having trouble with this. My friend was having trouble with it, so he asked if, well, when I showed him the equation and explained it, he goes, wow, this explains a lot, thank you. And so he, Trio. Oh no, it might have Arena Trap. So when I, so he Okay, so the equation helped explain things for him. It simplified a lot of things for him, helped him understand it, which is great, right? Well, the thing is, when it came to the test, and the teacher was very specific about showing our work, I figured, well, yeah, he probably wants to see the stuff he taught us, so I just wrote out how... I used the equation, but I knew, since I made it, since I derived it myself... Well, not derived. That implies I did calculus stuff. I didn't know calculus at the time. Since I made it myself, I knew how to get there, so I knew all the steps. So it was easy for me to explain all my work using the equations we were given in class. Well, my friend was using the shortcut so much that he didn't know the in-class equation, so he just used the equation I made, which still got him the right answer. But the teacher took off points for not showing proper work and not doing it the way we did in class. And the equation I did, it does sound a bit ridiculous, but the equation I did skipped a few steps, or like, it didn't show that you understood the full process. While the equations we learned in class, it was longer, more convoluted, but it sort of explained every step of the process, which is why I think the teacher wanted us to know all the equations. So, yeah, that happened. I don't even remember the equation now. I just remember that... I just thought that was a funny story. He also asked if he could, we both had a friend that... It was a girl that he had a huge crush on. And he was, she was in another physics class. And so they were also studying together at one point. He messaged me and goes, "Hey, Alex, can I use this and then claim it as my own to impress her?" And I'm like... Okay, sure. Yeah, go for it, I guess. I didn't really care, but... Like, really? Oh, wait, wasn't there a beacon over here? Am I going crazy? I saw a beacon over here. Oh, what? I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's fly over to the other side of the wild area then. Oh my god, I was a wingman. I actually didn't know what wingman meant until recently. I just knew that it was like a guy who would help another guy hit on a girl. But, no, I guess I am the wingman. I'm the physics wingman. I haven't taken physics since high school, and honestly, after dealing with multivariable calculus, I never want to look at calculus ever again, even though I don't mind single variable calculus, very basic calculus. Multivariable calculus can go die in a hole, though. I hate multivariable. Though, honestly, I think I didn't... It was a combination of me not having good teachers, and I was in the middle of my depression funk and not going to class, so it's just I didn't learn anything. It didn't help that even when I did go to class, I did not understand anything. Which, granted, math does build on itself a lot, so if you don't understand the earlier stuff, good luck understanding the later stuff. But even then, like, even early on in the semester, I could not understand my teacher. 3D graphs are not fun. Most lessons are fine at the beginning, near the end. Yeah. Something like that. YouTube's not receiving enough to maintain a smooth stream. What? Okay, it looks smooth. That's weird. Hey, I'm not getting any drop frames from OBS. Also, is it just me or the stream buffering a lot? Yeah, what do you think adding? Let's put it like this. It surprised me, but think about it like this. When you graph something in algebra, you graph it on an x and y axis, right? And the x-axis represents your input and the y-axis represents your output. Well, even though the y is just your answer and a dependent variable on the x, you're still working with two variables, and so you work with a 2D graph. If you were to work with an algebra problem that has three variables, x, y, and z, then you have three numbers to put on a graph, so it becomes a 3D graph. So basically, it's literally the step from going to 2D to 3D. And you know, in multivariable calculus, you usually deal with. So usually in normal calculus, you deal with one input, one output. So it's an x and a y, or x and f of x. And so you have a 2D graph because two variables, one and one dependent variable. And that's what a graph is. It's a list of inputs and outputs. But when you go to 3D graph, when you go to multivariables, multiple variables, yeah, you start to deal with x, y, and z. And technically, if you wanted to work in, say, a 4-dimensional, then yeah, have w, x, y, and z. I hope you have 4 equations to work with, because yeah, you need, if you want to solve an equation with 3 variables, you will need 3 equations, unless you know one of the variables, but then it's not a variable if you know it. Unless you want to start arbitrarily guessing a variable. And that gets into physics a bit, because you can, well, calculus in general ties in nicely with physics, because the difference between velocity, you go from velocity to acceleration. Acceleration is just the velocity differentiated, which differentiation is a fancy term for rate of change. It's literally if you took the slope of a single point and took a graph, looked at every single point and took the slope of every single point. Hello, Christian Lyman. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry if I'm confusing anyone with math speak. I was good at math through calculus, and calculus was my limit. Pun totally intended. And I think it's really cool how we can model stuff as math equations, though honestly I'd rather not enough for it to be my line of work or anything. But I do think it's interesting. There's a great quote. Math is the language of science. Pretty much anything in science you can model as a math equation. Pokemon Raid Hour. Pokemon Raid Hour turns into calculus with Kokomi. I remember the day it clicked for me when I was taking calculus for the first time. But it's also been years since I've sat down and really studied it, so I'd probably not remember a lot of stuff. I can take basic differentials, but that's probably it. And I know, like, acceleration is the differential of velocity, and that. Oh god, no! It was velocity is the differential of distance of distance traveled, and then acceleration is the differential of velocity. And then if you want to go backwards, you integrate it. You think that's complicated? Just wait until you get to just wait until multivariable calculus, because a differentiation is so easy when you only have 2 variables to work with, because you just differentiate one variable with respect to another. But once you start getting into 3 variables, you have to consider essentially what you are you can't just randomly say this is the differential of something. You have to have it. You have to have sort of a frame of reference, essentially, another variable in which to compare it to. And so once you get to multivariable calculus, you have to consider the fact that you could compare you could compare x, you could have it with respect to y or respect to z. And that's one of the things that makes multivariable calculus just so much more complicated. I'm trying to explain this in the simplest terms I can. And also explaining this helps me as well. It said if you know something really, or like being able to explain something to someone who doesn't know it is a sign of knowing it really well. Because it requires you to know the fundamentals of it and how it works on a fundamental level. Well, not necessarily. I mean, if every speedrunner knew exactly how each glitch worked, then we wouldn't have nearly as many speedrunners. Muku, huh? I made a Steam mod the other day, and 2 free Echo Dots from making an Alexa skill managed to assist the devs with Roblox games that have, like, communities of 10,000 members. Well, differential calculus is... I wouldn't say its uses are limited, but... Like, calculus has a bunch of uses, but you're not going to need it for everything. I remember when my senior calculus class... when someone asked, well, like, what's an everyday use for calculus? And my teacher just drew up a question of, like, someone who started a restaurant and wanted to essentially find... They were essentially deciding what the size of the bowl could be. But, you know, you can make bowls of many different sizes. And so if you want to optimize the size versus what you're putting into it, and analyze it like versus cost to make the bowl, then you can make a graph of different bowl sizes versus volume, and yeah, then you get into curves, and yay, calculus. Sure, I'll just clear this raid. Though, funny enough, if I wanted to go into computer stuff, I actually needed to pass multivariable calculus, so... Though that was the last math class I needed to take, and it was a basic intro course. Like, I took the intro version of multivariable calculus. Quick maths. No one can afford a business in this economy. Oh my god. You're not wrong! My heart goes out to all of the entrepreneurs out there right now. And you know, like, I only know so much. Like, if you guys are interested in any of this, do your own research, because I certainly don't know everything. And I'm not right on everything. And I'd rather not spread misinformation either. Did I drive people away from the stream because I started talking about calculus? I'm sorry, people who aren't listening anymore. We'll move on from calculus. Though, if you want to learn just random cool things you can do with math, there are definitely some channels you should check out. It's not their main focus, but Vsauce has done quite a few videos on stuff you can do with math, and heck, even stuff that seemingly has nothing to do with math. Hey, remember what I said about math being Remember what I said about math being the language of science? It comes up more than you would think. I wouldn't say I love programming, but I don't mind it. I know I was actually going to go into computer programming, so I know some stuff. I know the last thing I took was on algorithms and optimization. I haven't gotten to, and I know a bit of low-level programming stuff. Stuff with, like, bits, like, messing, bitwise operations, so on and so forth. Not really, but the funny story regarding program. Go for it, yeah. I remember, if anyone knows the program called Scratch, I think it was developed by MIT Labs as sort of a beginner programming tool, and I played around with it when I was in middle school and stuff. And I remember I tried to make a Mario game where the enemy was Ronald McDonald, and you need to save Burger King from him, because Burger King is better than McDonald's. Fight me. Don't actually fight me. Though I've been to McDonald's a lot more. I don't see Burger Kings anymore. Put shortly, my mom put me on a programming course. Thing is... Yeah, oh. Nice. Beginning programming courses can be very hit or miss in what they teach you. I was lucky. I had a good beginning programming course. And so by the time I started taking computer science in college, I literally knew, like, half the stuff they were teaching. And it wasn't until, like, a little over halfway through the semester that we were getting the stuff I didn't know. Nice. Yeah, that was sort of me with my classes this past semester. Like, I took an intro to sociology course, which I actually thought was super interesting. I actually thinking about pursuing something in sociology or a sociology degree. Not the most lucrative thing, but I just find it really, I find it really interesting. But at the same time, like, in the college course, I already knew most of the stuff from high school. So, and anything I didn't know was, like, specific vocabulary. That was really easy. Well, I mean, having some sort of certificate is just a good sign because it indicates to people that you're willing to work for something. You can see it through. Like, part of the reason of getting a college degree isn't just not just to learn. You can get a decent job. You'll need to work for it, but you can definitely get a decent job. You know, I know a lot of people joke that America is the land of opportunity, except not really, because if you're born into poverty, good luck. Though a lot of America is not in poverty. At least, like, if you define poverty in comparison to the rest of the world, America is actually, like, the biggest issue with America is obesity, not poverty. That was something we actually discussed in sociology for a short bit, was right before quarantine happened, actually. It was one of the last things we discussed before we had to stop going to school. But we talked about poverty in, it was just a whole section on inequality. So stuff like, we talked about slavery, we talked about, not just in the US, but just around the world. Oh god. Okay, this is probably one of the jokes that still makes me laugh whenever I hear it, but without context, it sounds like a really racist joke. So please do not clip this out of context. And if you do, then remember this stream and come back to it. Because context is everything. We were discussing, we were in American history. So you can already tell where the racist joke is going, or why this might seem racist. And of course, we had a mock trial, I think. Yeah, no, this might have been part of the mock trial, where we had people role-playing as different historical representatives. And of course, you had someone role-play as, like, a prominent African-American. But when we did the votes, and the teacher would literally not, anyone who was playing the role of a woman or a black guy, the teacher would not give votes for, because, you know, we're trying to simulate American history, and they weren't able to vote at that time, at the point in time we were in. And so, oh, the bitrate is going down. It is lagging. What? It's lagging in OBS too. That's really weird. I don't know why it's doing that. And so my friend goes, well, black people aren't people. They're only 3/5 of a person. And if you don't know American history, that probably sounds really terrible out of context. For any of my American viewers who do not know, it's a joke about the 3/5 compromise, which is basically, ooh, sure. I can't believe I chose this over an Arcanine. Damn it. Alright, let's get the Arcanine then. Oh, I've read a comic, called Rain once. I liked it. But the idea was that, the 3/5 compromise was basically, so the question came up of, well, should a slaves count, should a slaves vote count? And, the issue was, well, should it count in air quotes? Because any slave is just going to go with whatever their master votes for. Like, because they're not educated, they're not allowed to be they literally wouldn't educate them, so they wouldn't know, and they would essentially be forced to vote. So it's about the quote-unquote freedom to vote. But basically, the Three-Fifths Compromise, so there were a bunch of big plantation owners, people who had like hundreds of slaves, who were like, yeah, let's have every slave vote count. Slaves are suddenly people because they can vote for us. And so in order to avoid big plantation owners from just being able to have huge influence over elections, but not just say that black people can't vote, they came up with the Three-Fifths Compromise, which means 3/5 of your slaves' votes count. So if I had 5 slaves, then 3 of their votes would be valid. And that is the Three-Fifths Compromise. It sounds horrible, but American history! Hooray! And if you think that sounds bad, just look up Jim Crow. That's always the part that makes me facepalm. Though, it's important to learn. I think it's an important lesson to learn. Woof. This will probably be the last raid of the stream. Yeah, no, Pancake's pretty much on that. Yeah, basically, the Three-Fifths Compromise was to prevent big plantation owners from having huge sways over elections. So, in the South, yeah. Sorry, I just literally read that comment. I read it, it's been up for like a minute, and I just didn't read it. Yep, if we do not learn, then we must learn from history in order to better ourselves. Or else we will just do the same mistakes over and over and over. Max Starfall? Oh, it probably has Play Rough. Good job, Wobbuffet. I'm proud of you. Man, I should have done counter. Wait, are we just not Dynamaxing? I mean, I'll up our attack. I don't know why the first person didn't Dynamax. I could have forgotten. I might have done that before. And then you don't get the Dynamax for like 3 more turns because everyone's got to have a turn. Though granted, it's good that not everyone can Dynamax at the same time. World of Warcraft. Oh no, I read that as, so you said WoW, but I read that as World of Warcraft. So I read that as World of Warcraft Phantasy Star Online 2. And I'm like, is this some like new crossover I don't know about? Ugh, 3 to 4 hours. Ugh. Reminds me of how long it used to take to upload simple YouTube videos. I remembered when I was in middle school, I uploaded like a 3-minute video of my fight against one of the Platinum Frontier Brains. And, it took like 2 hours to upload. Wow. Wow, I can't believe World of Warcraft is crossing over with another franchise. How long install takes on the launcher. Alright, you will be my doggo. I will name you Starfall. Because you used Max Starfall on me. Maybe. Maybe I'll... Depends, really. Starfall sounds like such an edgy name. Like, yeah, no, I'm not a star. I'm too dark to be a star, so I'm Starfall. There's a Phantasy Star Final Fantasy 14. Nice. Crossover. World of Warcraft doesn't need the crossover stuff. It probably wouldn't benefit from a crossover. Oh, yeah, Flashfire. Yeah, Play Rough. Alright, I'm gonna name you Starfall. Oh, I can't nickname you here, right. I turned off the nicknaming thing because I had to get through stuff faster. So yeah, that's Community Raid Hour. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was fun. So let's just show the Pokemon we got this raid hour. We got a Mr. Mime with Vital Spirit. Jeez. Well, I don't actually know if that's its hidden ability or not. Let's see. Serebii, Mr. Mime, Sword. Because I think Screen Cleaner is one of its abilities. Screen Cleaner and Tangled Feet. No, its hidden ability is Ice Body. So Vital Spirit is one of its normal abilities. Screen Cleaner is its other. So I think it gets Tangled Feet when it evolves then. So Mr. Mime with Vital Spirit. Galvantula with Unnerve, which is one of its normal abilities. Zweilous with Hustle. Oh boy, Hustle. Ugh, I hate Hustle. A Heliolisk with Sandveil. A Vileplume with Chlorophyll. A Swoobat with Unaware. And this is a brave Swoobat. We got a Jolly Vileplume, a naughty Heliolisk, a serious Zweilous, a lax Galvantula, a hardy Mr. Mime, a Gmax serious Meowth that has pickup, and I will W Starfall, relaxed with Flashfire though. If I'm going to use you, I'm going to change that ability. The Flashfire, you can use that to call out fire things. I'm glad I didn't sleep through the stream either, Corey. Me too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what I do, subscribe. Wow. You can subscribe if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm not like holding a gun to your head saying subscribe. Ooh. Oh wait, no, it's locked. So there's that. Yeah, so yeah, subscribe if you're interested in what I do. I do Let's Plays. I swear I will make a return to actual Let's Plays one day. Until then, I've been doing stream playthroughs, and I do have some more plans for that. I'm doing Twilight Princess Randomizer currently. And that will pick up tomorrow. This is the stream for today. You can follow on... Make sure to hit that dislike. No, it's dis-I-like, not dislike. Jeez, get it right. So yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm tripping over my words. You can follow me on Twitter, link to that is in the description. My tag has also been in the bottom right of this video. You can join us on Discord and chat with myself and other viewers. It's always a party at Discord. Link to that is in the description. Just make sure you read the rules and then let me know that you have in the request to join channel. And yeah, thanks to everyone who came out to the stream, whether it was for a little bit or the whole time. Whether you commented a bunch or just lurked, or even if you're watching in post. It's always appreciated. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for watching. What is this? It is a Swoobat again. Well... Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, peace!